Australia's World Cup basketball qualifier overnight against the Philippines. Punches, elbows, even a chair was thrown during the fight.
You know, we've said the way. And this has gone wild. Oh, what? In the Philippines. Out of control in the Philippines. Punches, kicks, fans. The bench is cleared.
9 Philippine players and 4 Boomers were ejected from the game. The bloke calling that game, Boomers legend, Fox Sports' Shane Hill. Shane, remarkable scenes. How did this all start?
I mean, it's hard to explain, Koshy. I mean, I've never seen anything like it in my entire life, and really tarnished the sport. But, apparently it started from Australia ripping up some decals, some advertising on the
advertising spots on the court. Why were they doing that?
Well, apparently it was slippery at the pre-game shootout, and the Philippines team felt like they disrespected their country, and it was niggly throughout the whole game. I think it was a total overreaction, but we heard their coach at one stage in a huddle. They were getting beaten by 30 points, and he said, hit them. He was passionate about really being able to fight back against the Australians. I'm sure he didn't mean it to the extent that we saw of this basket brawl, but it was
he
great.
Obviously did. So we were basically defending ourselves from the look of the vision there. Golding, that was an ugly foul, wasn't it? And that really started.
Yeah, well, I thought it was an unsportsmanlike foul, and that would have been called against Chris Golding. It was certainly uncalled for, instigated by the Filipino team. But you have a look at Kickett that comes in straight after that, and he certainly overreacted.
Yeah.
He came in here with a head-high contact and really took the Philippines player out.
Yeah.
He's got a serious case to answer. I think he's got 6 to 8 weeks, no doubt about it. And if you look at it in an AFL sense, Koshy, that head-high contact with that sort of intent, he's certainly got something to answer, and it contributed to what happened, but you certainly can't justify the way the Philippines team acted after that. And some of the officials coming in, there was one photo of Nathan Sobey being held by security guard, and then an official coming in and punching him right in the nose. And it's those sort of scenes that have to have some of those officials banned, you would think, for life.
Absolutely. Well, let's just get the opinion of Basketball Australia Chief Executive Anthony Moore joins us now. Anthony, have you got any reports on how the players are this morning?
Yeah, look, thanks for having me on. The primary concern for us at the end of the incident was to make sure that our players were safe, getting them from the playing floor to the locker room and then to the hotel was quite a significant challenge. As you've described, this pretty unsavoury incident, and we had a bunch of players and our coaches, in fear for their physical safety. That's the knife edge that we were on post-game last night. So that's been our primary concern, is to make sure our players and coaches are looked after.
International Basketball Federation's investigating. Are you going to do your own?
Yeah, look, that's certainly something that when we get our players on a plane this afternoon, that's certainly something that's our next step. So FIBA will go through their match report, and obviously we await their findings, but we've got a National Integrity Officer is already starting that process this morning for us to actually do our investigation.
Okay, 9 Filipinos thrown out of the court, only 4 Australians. So if you can see where the weight of the blame is going at the moment, it's got to be tricky for you, because players have got to defend themselves, don't they? And particularly against match officials. That's abhorrent for match officials to hold one of your players so another one can belt him.
Right here, look at this.
Yeah, look, it was certainly pretty ugly, and as Shane will tell you, if you clear the bench, that's an automatic ejection. So I think the restraint that the Australian players on the bench showed to actually, not run on the floor, is quite commendable. But the scenes were pretty distressing when you've got Chris Goulding on the floor, and almost a dozen people on top of him, and then to have Nathan Sobey assaulted by a fan and have a chair thrown at him, we've never seen anything like that. So obviously we'll be cooperating with FIBA, but we wait their investigation and their announcement of their penalties.
And we'll be following that investigation. Gents, thanks for joining us. Here's Ham.
More now on our developing story.